Peace, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. We're going to answer a question today. There's a lot of controversy still after 50 years surrounding the murder of Malcolm X. After 50 years, there's some people who believe that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has something to do with it. Whatever that means, something to do. That's a term thrown around by people because they really don't know what they're talking about. Something to do. What is something to do? Or the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan also had this something to do. Even some people will say there was an order given by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now we're speaking in legal terms and in the form of documentation. When you say an order, a restraining order, a cease and desist order, this is documentable or identifiable proof that in 50 years no one else or no one in general has brought to the witness stand. But yet they use these terms that indicate that there's a document out there. To whom was the order given and to whom was the order carried out by? Why? The questions of cause and effect are never answered. But we're going to answer this question. Did Malcolm X lie on the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad? And if so, there's more details in the story of Malcolm X towards the end of his life and his part from the Nation of Islam than what you know about and what is presented to you in a CBS documentary or in a Spike Lee movie that he was in cahoots with Jewish people to assassinate the character of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam. But this also is not to assassinate the character of Brother Malcolm. He's been gone for over 50 years now, and we want his legacy to speak well in history. But this is to capture truth as it relates to the opinions of the people. Like I said, this opinion that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad or the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam had something to do with Malcolm X's assassination, where does this come from? What evidence is presented and whom is the evidence given from? And if there is more to the story, who is to tell it? So let's get involved.
It only has one religion, and that religion is called Islam, and all of the prophets who came forth taught that religion. Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, all of them. And by believing in one God and one religion and all of the prophets, it creates unity. There's no room for argument, no need for us to be arguing with each other. And also in that religion, the real religion of Islam. And when I was in the Black Muslim movement, they didn't have the real religion of Islam in that movement. It was something else. And but the real religion of Islam doesn't teach anyone to judge another human being by the color of his skin. The yardstick that is used by the Muslim to measure another man is not the man's color, but the man's deeds, the man's conscious behavior, the man's intentions. And when you use that as a standard of measurement or judgment, you never go wrong. But when you just judge a man because of the color of his skin, then you're committing a crime.
The Cubans don't refer to themselves either as white people or black people. They refer to themselves as people. You find the American white man is the one who has laid such stress on being white or being black. When you become a Muslim, you don't look at a man as being black, brown, red, or yellow. You look upon him as being a man. And this is something that is foreign to the American concept. And
this is how he taught us. And, and so when I got over there and went to Mecca and saw these people who blonde and blue-eyed and pale skin and all those things, I said, well, I didn't have, Elijah Muhammad had taught us that the white man could not enter into Mecca in Arabia, and all of us who followed him, we believed it. And he said the reason he couldn't enter was because he's white and inherently evil. It's impossible to change him.
When you become a Muslim, you don't look at a man as being black, brown, red, or yellow. You look upon him as being a man. And this is something that is foreign to the American concept.
The real religion of Islam. When I was in the black Muslim movement, they didn't have the real religion of Islam in that movement. It was something else. And, but the real religion of Islam doesn't teach anyone to judge another human being by the color of his skin.
Being black. When you become a Muslim, you don't look at a man as being black, brown, red, or yellow. You look upon him as being a man. And this is something that is foreign to the American concept.
Malcolm X was a man of the ultimate character.
Everything you ever told me was a lie.
What are you going to do?
So without the shadow of a doubt, it is true that Malcolm X lied on the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And again, this is not to assassinate or devalue Brother Malcolm in any kind of way, shape, or form whatsoever. But we have to understand what we're talking about when we open our mouths. This is clear what he just said. One from 1963, saying he didn't know it in 1965, but yet you hear him speaking on it 2 years prior. So what was his motive? He knew the truth, but he knew that you did not know the truth. What was his emotions like that would cause him to do that? And this could have happened to any one of us. And this is a segue to another video that I'll make real soon about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's so-called involvement in the murder of Malcolm X. Is it true? Is it not? And if so, if words that he spoke suggest that he killed Malcolm X, or is a confession to him killing Malcolm X, why isn't he in jail? And we're going to bring a lot of parallels. I'm not even going to say exactly what we're going to do to demonstrate that this is absolute nonsense. But it's going to demonstrate that for the same reason you think Minister Farrakhan is confessing to a murder and he should be in jail, people are in jail for that very same reason and along the same lines. And I'm not even going to expose just yet exactly what it is. But we have plenty of evidence to suggest that if it was true, in fact, what people say, he would be in jail right now. I mean, it's no secret that the government does not like Minister Louis Farrakhan. White people don't like Minister Farrakhan, and you have the opinions of white people against him. So if it was true, why don't all of you so-called conscious Negroes and coons tally up against the minister and go to work? But they know that they really can't, because we have a great legal defense who would expose, in turn, their hands in killing Malcolm X. So let's be wise in what we choose to believe, because it's easy to be led in the wrong direction, hard to lead in the right.
Islam. When I was in the black Muslim movement, they didn't have the real religion of Islam in that movement. It was something else. And but the real religion of Islam doesn't teach anyone to judge another human being by the color of his skin. Elijah Muhammad had taught us that, and this is how he taught us. And
or being black. When you become a Muslim, you don't look at a man as being black, brown, red, or yellow. You look upon him as being a man.